Have you ever been threatened by a stranger who had no idea who you really were? I've always been my little brother Micah's loudest fan. He's 4 years younger, and I basically raised him while our mom worked nights. I taught him his first 3 chords on a pawn shop guitar. He taught me that a bad day is just a good song you haven't written yet. So when his band sold out their first real venue back home, I drove 9 hours straight to stand in that front row. I hadn't told him I was coming. I wanted to see his face when he spotted me. The place was packed, sweaty, the kind of crowd that presses you into the barricade. I squeezed right up against the stage, close enough to touch it. When the lights dropped and Micah walked out with his guitar, I lost my mind. I screamed his name until my throat went raw. Nobody could hear me over the crowd, but I didn't care. This was the moment we'd talked about since he was 10. 3 songs in, he spotted me. His whole face cracked open into this huge grin, and he pointed right at me and mouthed, "You came." Then he leaned into the mic. "This next one's for someone who never let me quit." He played the song he wrote about our mom, staring right at me the whole time. I was ugly crying and screaming and blowing him kisses, and he blew one back. That's when I noticed her. A girl a few feet down the barricade, dark hair, denim jacket, glaring at me like I'd stolen something from her. At first I thought I was imagining it, but every time Micah looked my way, she'd whip her head between him and me, and her jaw would get tighter. Between songs, the crowd quieted enough that I heard her. She was talking to her friend, but her voice carried. "Are you seeing this? He keeps looking at that girl in the front, blowing her kisses." Her friend said something I couldn't catch. "No," the girl snapped. "I'm not overreacting. That's my boyfriend up there." My stomach dropped. Boyfriend? Micah had mentioned he'd started seeing someone, but he lived 3 states away now and I hadn't met her. Was this her? I wanted to lean over and just ask, but I chickened out. I told myself there was no way. Micah would have said something, and honestly, if this was the girl he picked, he had questionable taste, because she looked ready to fight a stranger over a stage. So I did the only thing that felt right. I kept cheering. Louder. He was killing it, and I was not about to shrink myself over some girl's glare. Every time I screamed, she'd turn and stare daggers at me. Her friend grabbed her arm, whispering hard into her ear, clearly trying to hold her back. I started to feel genuinely uneasy, but this was Micah's night. Nothing was pulling me out of that front row. The set ended in an explosion of noise. Micah dropped his pick into the crowd. I lunged and caught it, and the whole front row cheered. He crouched at the edge of the stage. "Meet me by the side door," he shouted. I pushed through toward the roped-off area by the stage steps. He came down